as an outlet, not a resource. See, you have to know what you want out of life and not just look at it. You gotta plan for what you want out of life and not just look at it. You can't watch a streamer, an athlete, an entrepreneur, and just automatically think that you can be that person. If you have no goal to succeed in a way that you believe you can be a different person at any stage of your life, you harvesting that ideal will make you delusional. You know, there's no other reason to feel like you should be somebody else than yourself. Now, it's good to have role models, you know, influencers, but don't be truly influenced without you doing your own research. You know, you're having your own drive, determination, motivation for things that may push you. You know, it's okay to save a reel that really moved you. And it's okay to remake that, because if, you know, the algorithm is the algorithm, you know, if it's copy and paste to the point where you have it down, there's nothing wrong with that. Every person who has a mentor literally does copy and paste. But it's about, you know, your own vision. Are you chasing the income or the vision? Is the fire under you to fulfill a need or a want? The more I search for patterns of success, the more I see that not everything is, you know, rainbows. Everything's not colorful. A lot of things are black and white. You know, in the world, within yourself, within your community. And the more you truly understand that no one's going to save you. At the end of the day, no one's going to save you. You're going to get older and older and older. Not younger and younger and younger. Now, you can keep renewing your mind. That's great. That's the biggest thing I can push, is renewing your mind and building your perspective. But to want something and to never know how to get it, you're gonna fail at different levels of life that you would never even imagine to. And that will push your drive even farther. That will push your goal, your aspirations even farther, because you don't have anything lining up with a timeline, a deadline, you know. My goal is to be financially free by 30. It's gonna happen. It will happen. Now, do I have to put in 10,000 hours until then? Maybe more, yes. But the fact that I know how many hours I need to put in and how to calculate my days and my minutes and my seconds so I don't have to anymore, that's my goal, you know? Adjusting to my timeline that I want for myself and my future family. That's the only thing that I'm pushing for right now. It's the only thing that I'm driven by. Not by anyone else's alarm clock, not by anybody else's influence, not by anybody else's childhood, you know. I've got to that mindset a long time ago, because the more you stay in that delusion, the more you will be stuck in your own ways. And you think it's, you know, you think it's their ways, but no, it's really your ways, because you're limiting yourself. Don't limit yourself in any capacity. You fail, you get up and try again. You know what I'm saying? You can fail 7 times and get up 8. You can get up on the 8th try and look and see a world that you've never seen before because of how much you tried. A lot of people don't understand that. They think that it's well, I did it once, it'll come again. No, you're not 12 anymore. You're not 16 anymore. Once it's gone, it's gone. Relationships, money, food, you know what I'm saying? Access. If you don't take advantage of your resources, it's just what it is. Like when people say it is what it is, that's when it is what it is. But I refuse to even think of that as a pattern of life. I've done that for so long in life. Just, it is what it is. I'll get it back in blood. Like, no, you won't. And you'll be thinking about, okay, so what am I going to do for my blood now? For my bloodline? How am I going to get out of this rut? So what I was doing in the past doesn't, diminish my future. How does that push me now instead of, hold me back? And it's a beautiful thing when you have perspective that, life can change at any second. It could take one person. It could take one day. You just gotta take one day at a time, There's no reason to rush success, life, failure. You can rush failure. I mean, the fastest way to success is to fail multiple times, yes, but to rush it and to not understand it, you gotta understand that everything that comes to you, front, back, side to side, above, below, you gotta understand your surroundings and what you're trying to do with your life and who you're trying to impact. Everything's not about you. It's really not. There's a lot of days nothing's about me, and I had to realize that, okay, I may not want to do this. I may not want to do this at all. But think about the ones that are coming behind you, down the road, years from now, that if you pass this line, you can now show them what you did, explain what you did, provide guidance to what you did, so they cannot take the same steps as you. That's the biggest thing that I ask for, is when I learn something from somebody, it's not a shortcut, but it's a little bit closer than what they did, that they know not to put me in certain steps because they already did those. So I thank them. I thank people who are trying to literally benefit from not me succeeding, but benefit from helping others. That's beautiful. So I never want anybody to feel like they're limiting themselves. Nothing's too small for yourself, for God, for your family. The impact you can have on yourself is going to make an impact on others. So if you really train your mind, your body, your spirit, you can really achieve a lot. And there's only so much you can have in the world before you feel like you did enough. Or there's only so much time you could fail to say you had enough, Instead of create a reality that scares you or moves you. Create a dream that scares you or moves you. The reality, it scares me, but the dream moves me. So the more I surround myself around the things that I want, the more I'm gonna get there, the closer I'm gonna get. If I'm staying around low-minded people, not like-minded people, people who had the same routine daily for years. Oh, it's Friday, what we doing? We going out. Who? Not me. No. I refuse to be a pattern of the system, to be, to get in line. I refuse to get in line. My goal is to make my own path, so why would I follow anyone else's, It's just a beautiful thing when you understand what really drives you and how long you haven't been doing the things that you wanted to do, and how long you haven't thought the way that you wanted to think, or how long you haven't seen the things that you want to actually see, and you've just been dimming your light to be comfortable. Being comfortable is the number one way to not get anywhere. Even in football, sports, they say the goal is to keep you uncomfortable. So when something crazy happens, you know how to react, you know how to fight it, you know how to win. I'm a winner. I'm gonna always win. It may take time to see my steps, but God will always guide me. So that's just the difference between failure and success.